Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Gaming Ledger. Today, GameStop's running another promo. Can you believe it? 4 for $10. They're doing it again. And this is on the heels of the 4 for $40, which essentially got you a $20 game for $10 each. You'd have to get 4 of them. They're running this deal. The games aren't as expensive, but honestly, if you are getting a game at 250, that's a really good deal on a physical game where I believe physical games are going up in value. Even if you're spending $2.50 for a loose game versus a box, I still think this is an attractive deal. I see all the boats rising, I see all the game values rising, and getting your hands on a physical disc that can be sold later, I think it's a no-brainer. At $2.50, it's a no-brainer. The value of our cash is descending. The purchasing power is dying. That is one of the catalysts for why physical games are going up in value. And at 250, it's very attractive. So I encourage anyone watching this video, check out your local GameStop, go check the wall, see if they've got box art on maybe a game that you want. If they've got box art, grab the box art, ask the person, can I keep the box art? They'll always say yes. If you know there's a game through the online portal on that store, definitely ask them to check the back shelf where they look for the game disc and see if they have box art for that. Sometimes they'll have it, sometimes they won't, sometimes they can't find it. But at least if you go to the wall, you'll find a game disc, and you know you'll get some value. If it's a $5 game, you're getting it for 250 plus the box art. So that's pretty good. But at this point, I'm going for 250 for just disc, for a loose disc. I think that's a stellar deal for the 4 for 10. So definitely do that. Another tactic that I like, and I did this at my previous stop at a GameStop, is ask them politely for printouts of their inventory. You can do that. Ask them what games on Xbox 360 that you have in your inventory that are priced $4.99 and under. This will make your life a lot easier, especially for a game that you're looking for. And when these deals run, you'll be able to go, okay, they have it, and you can double check online. Look at this list. Okay, they're essentially telling me this is an alphabetical order. They're showing me the price. This is like gold. If they're willing to do it, some stores aren't willing to do it. They don't want to give up the paper, or they're supposed to be environmentally conscious, and so they want to print the paper. But definitely ask them and be nice to them, be courteous, um, and they should do it. But this will help. Something like this will help because now you've got, okay, I'm going to prefer this game over this game. Instead of going in blind, which sometimes everyone does, I do it. Um, you'll be able to know, okay, if I want a loose disc of Brutal Legend, then I can get a loose disc. I know I'm going to get it for $2.50. That's a pretty good option to have when you're going in. I will definitely want this loose, 250. It's a bonus if you go to the wall and you see the box art there and you've got box art. But this, at least you get the loose. So definitely one of my tactics I wanted to share with you in this video. Yeah, I'm amazed that GameStop is continuing to do these deals, especially for physical discs. I am not sure if they're aware at what is going on in the retro gaming market. They are advertising like they know what's going on in the retro market. If they knew what was going on in the retro gaming market, they wouldn't be pricing games at $2.50, especially with box art. So there's a disconnect there. I don't know if they're going to wise up to what's going on in the next year. I think they might, especially with people like us, and anyone who's on this video is just going in and arbitraging all their games and getting these deals. I mean, you're getting half off on their low end pricing of the market, and you're getting collectible games at severe discounts. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Definitely do that promo. It should go to Saturday. Sometimes they go for 2 weeks. Sometimes they do 1 week. Just make sure that you get in before Saturday. Uh, on other notes, I was on vacation for a little bit, and I did actually stop at a GameStop that was in Portland, Maine, and I picked up a game. I found a $5 game in the store, and it was Supreme Commander 2 for 360, and it was priced at $5. It had box art, and I know the first Supreme Commander is doing actually really well. I think it's above. I think it's at $13. It's selling at GameStop for $6.99. But the second Commander, the second Supreme Commander, excuse me, is not as good as the first one. But I feel like there's going to be some rollover demand from the first Supreme Commander. So I picked it up. It was $5, and I saw the box art. Kind of a no-brainer. So pick that up. Another side issue that I had was games are running out. Uh, I was at that Portland store. They had no Xbox original inventory. Zero, like 2 sports games. Their 360 was pitiful. There was nothing. There was nothing. A very tiny shelf. So I don't know if this is happening at your stores or other stores, but I think these stores are running out of inventory. I think people are catching on that they're getting deals, and they are ransacking these stores. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. And yeah, another interesting thing is I played. I think this is cool. I played Alien Isolation for the first time on Xbox 360, and I was impressed. I was impressed. Atmospherically, I had to put that game down. It was so intense. I, I played that game in the dark, and all the sounds in the game, I felt like I was being hunted the entire time. I hadn't seen the alien yet, but a hanging light that fell in this ship. I've gone through that game, and I literally feel like I'm getting hunted relentlessly, and there's something around the corner going to kill me. And I haven't seen an alien yet, but man, I had to put the game down because my nerves are just, I mean, just agitated. So I'm very impressed with that so far, uh, and I'm attracted to that as a collectible game. In some, the fact that you need an install disc to install the game is attractive. It was a late gen Xbox 360 ad, which is attractive because there weren't many copies put out into the general public. Uh, I think that could be a game people are going to seek out for their collections. Um, I highly valued it. I think I got it at five. No, I didn't get it at $5. I think I got it. Where did I get it? I got it at my local video gaming store for, I believe I paid $10 for it. I think. I truly believe that one's going up in value. It was a lot of fun playing it, and it's hard to find at some of these GameStop stores. So I'll do a brief price charting on that. We're going to look at the price charting of Alien Isolation on Xbox 360, kind of look at the history of that, and we'll just leave it there at this video. Uh, Definitely subscribe, like this video, and we'll get to price charting right now.